I had a girlfriend and she was from Thailand. We met in Thailand and we were in a relationship, in a real relationship, around 1 month. So there was a language barrier. We How we met? Okay, how we met? We met online, yes. So through some application, I found the girl and I looked at her photo and I imagined how we lived together. So something struck me and I had a feeling that she's the one I want to try with. So we had normal conversation uh, in English, and so me and she, we both were interested in YouTube. She had a channel and I had a channel. At that time I had an unsuccessful channel. It was about travel, but I didn't have views much. And she had some mixture of something, like she experimented. And sometimes she had a boom. Once she had one video, boom, it got like 27,000 views per day. And so we talked, and at that time I wanted to get views, so I opened another account channel. It was about girls. So basically I just re-uploaded videos of hot girls from Instagram, and she found out about it. So anyway, so she understood me that I want to experiment, etc. And at that time I was interested in digital marketing, and if you know website ClickBank. So I knew how just to apply for being promoter, digital partner. So I got some link of some product, digital product, and offered her to help me. So I wanted to place my link in her video and to promote it and earn money. Of course I would share. So we didn't meet yet that time. So she or ignored, or she didn't want it. So it never happened. So I was like, okay, then I forgot about it. That time I lived in south of Thailand. I lived in Chumpon province, in Muang Chumpon, in Chumpon city. And she lived in Bangkok. And we chatted for some time. Then when my visa was expiring, by the way, I worked as a teacher in school, in kindergarten, and actually it was a difficult job for me because controlling children every day, it's a tough job. So I wanted to quit this job, and I liked that small town, Chumpon. It was about 20 kilometers from the seaside, from the beach. So I learned how to ride a bike, and bike. It's another story that like several years ago I had an accident and I broke my arm trying to learn how to ride a bike, a motorbike. So I started from a sports bike. So I had an accident at the first day and I broke my arm. So I got a plate. Then after 4 years, the plate was removed by some skilled doctor, thanks to him. So the story is about that in Chumpon, after so many years, I overcame my fear and I learned how to drive a bike. And then I learned how to ride a bike because I wanted to swim in the ocean. So I loved it. The city, I loved it. But there was a problem. It was highly difficult to get a girl. Beautiful girl, I mean, which girl you want. It was difficult, very tough, because Chumpon is small, and if you rely only on applications like Tinder and other applications, it was difficult. So I didn't have a big budget. For example, I wanted to go to some nightclubs. There are nightclubs in Chumpon. It's a small town, but there are nightclubs. So I saw some pretty the waiters, and but I thought like it would be problematical. So I don't know. So I didn't know Thai as well. So because in Thailand nobody speaks English, it's for normal communication you need to learn Thai. So that's why I used the application and found a girl which I liked in Bangkok. So while working in a school, in kindergarten, so I worked illegal, like being a tourist on a tourist visa. So and plus my passport was about to expire. So the story, and then I needed to go to Cambodia for visa round, for stamp, for 1 more month. So it was opportunity to meet that girl. So her name was Annie. The full name, something like Pratana. Duangjai Pratana, something like that. And so I came to Bangkok and I messaged her. I had few options, but she was kinda best. So I messaged to her that I'm coming, and she said okay. We talked to meet at Saturday. So we met at Saturday. It was BTS en route. So we met at flyover at the bridge on the metro station. So in conversation I said the first thing we meet, I will kiss you. Interesting, and she didn't say no. So actually she hoped on it. So then after meeting, she wore pink shirt with long sleeves She was slim and tall, long hair, and I was actually scared of what if I don't like her. But actually I liked her. And she wore long white pants. And we went to a nearby small restaurant. We ordered beer and maybe a French fries. Not fancy order. So we were drinking. I was trying to impress her. I talked. I told her some stories. Maybe she didn't understand well me that time. But we started to touch each other already. And she touched my knee. And then we were tipsy, a little bit, not much. And then she said, she came to me after motor driving school actually. She wanted to have a car. And she wanted to have a car. And she wanted to drive a car. And she worked in some office in Bangkok. And then she said, I'm going. I said, don't go. You can stay with me. I rented a room in some hotel. And funny thing that I didn't know. So I was that day bored. And from morning, I didn't know there's no guarantee that a girl which you message, you talked, and she said yes, but she will come. There's no guarantee. So I talked to another girl. She was average looking, and actually she came to me. In my hotel room, and we had everything. So then I was worried about, because actually I wanted to meet Annie. I was worried about the time. So I wanted to say bye-bye to another girl. Actually, I even forgot her name. And I was about, are you hungry? So etc. So I wanted to send her away. So we came to the mall. I ordered some soup for her. She had it, and then I said bye-bye. And then I met Annie. So after drinking with Annie, we were tipsy, and she said I want to go. And then I said don't go. And suddenly she agreed. She said, but I want to sleep. I said, of course. But I knew if she is inside of my room, I will not let her sleep. Okay, so we headed to my room, holding hands. And suddenly, feeling her palm, I started to feel like I had a feeling of something which is mine. I had a strange feeling, absolutely strange, unusual, first time in my life. And I said at that time I knew that Thailand is a Buddhist country. So I talked some time in my mind to Buddha. And I told him, Buddha, please, I want to keep her with me. I want to keep her with me because she was so much amazing for me. Sure. So while we're heading there to my room, and so before in Chumpon, actually, I had a woman. She was kind of old woman. So multiple times she She was my woman. She used to come to me and stay with me. But I never wanted her to sleep at night with me, to wake up with me. So she just spent evenings, some evenings. Then she was not so attractive actually. She was sexy, but her face, oh my god. And she didn't have tooth. So, and finally I got fed up and I wanted to break up. Plus, in the same kindergarten I worked, there was another teacher, Thai teacher, and she also was, but she was better than this woman. She was younger, and I knew she wanted me. So even we went to the beach in her car, and on the beach I was excited too much, and she saw it, and that's why I decided, okay, the time I need to change. So I got another woman, even in Chumpon. So I had two women before. So for a long time, long time, for several months, and then Annie. So we were heading to our room, and she even said that thing like, "If you're beside me, I can do everything." It was like from wow, which the words, but words very well spoken. I never heard before same words for me. If you're beside me, I can do anything, something like that. But beside me, this construction was exactly from her mouth. So when we came to my room, I didn't hurry up. So she said, "I'm so sleepy, I want to go sleep." I said, "Of course." So she went to the bathroom to take a shower, and when she came out in a white towel, she wore a white towel around her body, and it was like, oh. So it was an amazing night. Best sex ever. And then a morning came. I almost didn't sleep. I barely had a sleep, like maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hour. I had to wake up at 4 o'clock, 4 or 5, I don't remember. So because I stayed near the place from where we got picked up by Vanity, and Vanity would take us, all tourists, to Cambodia for the stamp. I could walk like 10 minutes on Nut. So Annie stayed in the bed, and I said, "I paid for the room, you can stay till 12 o'clock, don't hurry up." And I looked, and she was naked in my bed, looking amazing, and I said bye bye. Actually, I was ready for if she never comes to me again, because I'm not I never was like a guy with the girl, especially with beautiful girls, and it was like at that night I was like in a shock, like such amazing modeling young girl, long legs, sexy lips, no boobs, okay, but overall she was looking like model, and I was like, oh my god, I was lucky that night. So I didn't believe she would come again. I never was like this, so that someone agree, some girl I would agree, some amazing girl would agree to fuck with me 2 times. So I went to Cambodia thinking only about her, and it was very fast. It was very fast. And when I came back, I messaged to her without, actually I was ready. If no, then no, what can I do? I'm not a grandmaster. I messaged to her, would you like to meet again? She said yes. I was, oh wow. And actually in the same mall on Noot, I rented again the same room, or maybe another room. I rented in the same hotel for 500 baht, one room. For me it was kind of expensive, but I already saved my salaries from being a teacher and I had some money, so I was not tight on the budget. We met again at the mall. We had soup, and we went again to my room. And again, the second night was even better, maybe the same than previous one. At morning we were hungry, and she ordered nuggets or some chicken, but oh no, we kind of weren't hungry because of emotions. So I needed to go to Chumpon again to work as a teacher. Yeah, I still worked as a teacher. And we separated at metro station. And then we started to chat, video call. And that week she got a bit pushy. She said, do you need me? So like kind of forever. I said, so there was a choice, or you need me forever or we don't talk. I said, like I was about like, don't hurry up. But Thai girls, they're singles. They're almost all singles. Many singles, women, girls in Thailand. Actually, then I will tell later. So I said, yes, I need you. As I'm not wrong, the next Saturday, early morning, she came to me in Chumpon. Like 10 hours by bus. She wasn't mind just to meet me, to stay with me. And I remember I had a bike, and I came to her by bike, and it was like, oh, something unusual for me. Girl, beautiful, young. She was younger than me 8 years. And she came to me with a like childish hairstyle. And then when we came to my room, she asked me, do you stay alone? I wanted to make a fun. I said, no, I stay with many guys. She was like, oh. At the same moment I said, I'm kidding you. But she warned me, just let me sleep till the morning. I said, of course. And we went to bed, and hugging each other, we woke up. Saturday morning, we woke up at 10 o'clock maybe. It was like, oh, wake up. Honestly, I woke up with such beautiful girl first time in my life. Thailand. Sunny, beautiful nature, green because of sometimes rains. And you woke up. This beautiful girl. I had very cute room, very cute flat, kind of house. So sun would come inside the windows. And yeah, after brushing teeth, we again enjoyed each other. And then we went to the beach, we went to the lake, and suddenly I realized it was Sunday evening and she needed to go. And when she sat in a bus and I left her after bus took away, I started to cry. I cried, like I had a feeling in my stomach here. I almost like pain, like I can't be without her. I need her. I really needed her. It was like I was a child with my favorite toy, and somebody took that toy from me. I was crying. I really needed her. I never wanted to get separated with her again. I wanted to be with her. I really liked her. Maybe I loved her already. So the next weekend, she didn't come to me. She spent with her family in the north, Khon Kaen. And I met one guy. I was driving around on a bike, and I met one guy. He was American. She worked in some newspaper, as I remember. He worked in a newspaper in Bangkok. So we together on the bikes, we went to the waterfall. And first day we met at on some beach, and we talked a lot. He told me about his young girlfriend. He was like about 50 or 60, and his girlfriend was around 20. And I told him about my girlfriend. So I already considered Annie as my girlfriend. And at evening, I came to his room, so he offered me to go to the brothel. Yes, and I agreed. And actually, we went to the brothel, and I took one girl. She was very sexy, though. But the level of sex, of course, I'm compatible. And yeah, I cheated. Yes, I cheated. So next day we went to the waterfall, and Annie was in my mind always. But she promised that she would come to me next weekend. So that week was last week of my teaching. And yes, last time when I went to Cambodia, they told me on the border that my passport is expiring. It has just 6 months, so next time I will not get detained. I will not get another stamp. So it was last my month, and I needed to change my passport, and I was not very wise to get it done before through embassy, Russian embassy. And so it was just last month. It was just that week was just last week. I needed to get my salary and to stop working. And I talked to co-teacher about my agent. My agent, she was not honest. So if I would say the truth, I would never get my salary, last salary. So to get my salary, I didn't say to the agent, and I told to the co-teacher, Thai girl, that I'm not coming that next week. So I gave away the bike, so I was about to leave Champon. And there was something, yeah. So Annie came to me Thursday, and we had 4 days. 4 days. She took a leave at her job, and we had amazing 4 days. Happy married life, you can say. I think, or maybe it was, yeah, so I gave away the bike, and I rented again from another place bike, big bike, and we went places, we walked, and sometimes I was feeling like we don't have enough topics to talk, maybe language barrier. So instead of just quietly walking, I had to take a bike and take her to beautiful places around Chumpon. So we went to another beach. We enjoyed each other on the beach. There was nobody because it already was off season, and we enjoyed each other on the beach. She leaned on the palm. Wow, it was risky. Somebody would look at us, would see us, but it was amazing. So even we went to the lake. We had it at the lake. And next again, there was Sunday. There was Sunday. And I bought the ticket to Philippines. I was like, I wanted to go to Philippines and to get done my passport there. I was thinking that it's possible. So finally I came to Bangkok. I left Chumpon. I took my things and uh, where I met Annie that time. So I forgot. Yeah, I took some room, small room. I met her. I came to her, the working place, at the lunchtime. So we had lunch to some soup street on the street. She hated her job either. Same like me. So she wanted to quit. So we both had a dream to do YouTube and never work again. She stayed with me. At evening we went to I forgot the place with big fun wheel. So we had boat rides at evening. It was also so romantical. And then I supposed to have a flight. Next day. And she maybe at 4 o'clock. So she maybe later. So at early morning she needed to go to work and I needed to go. But I didn't want her to think that I just used her, so I said we can have lunch. So she said yes. At 1 o'clock again I came to her with my things, with my bag. And I asked her, what if you get pregnant? She said, so what? I'm going to be a single mom. And after that she went to her office and I took taxi and I went to the airport. So at airport, when I came to registration desk and I said I'm flying, so I can come to Philippines without a stamp. I can get a long visa there. But on registration desk, the lady told me, you cannot go to Philippines. I said, why? She said, your passport just has 6 months. I was about, my God, what I'm going to do. There was only one option, to go to Russia. So, and luckily for me, actually I couldn't go to Philippines because that time there was a huge eruption on the mountain, on volcano. And I don't know what is the capital of Philippines. So it was everything was covered with the ashes of volcano. It was a real catastrophe. And I avoided somehow because of my passport. So I had to return to Bangkok. So I took a taxi and I messaged to Annie, I'm coming back. Actually, I wanted to stay with her to save money. But she told me she's not allowed to invite guests inside. And yeah, after that, I met her. So she told me she is in some beer bar, some pub, with her girlfriend's friends. So she gave me the address to go there. So I took a motorcycle taxi. I showed him the way. So he dropped me on some place where she picked me up. Actually, she picked me up at some place, and from there we took a taxi car. And like, she didn't pay for this car. I paid. I was like, so anyway, we came to. I was a little bit angry about it inside, because she saw what she did. She wasn't happy to meet me again, and she didn't pay for the taxi. So we came to the pub, and inside pub we met her two girlfriends. So on the second floor we sat in some desk or a small table, and we were drinking beers, and I was like, okay, I will pay. Then we had many beers, and then evening finished. I was thinking, so where I'm gonna go after that. It was late night. And I was ready to pay the bills. Okay, I was gentleman. But she said no, and I think maybe her friends paid. So I didn't pay. I was, it's kind of taxi and a beer, like compensated. So I was thinking what she will say about where she's staying, where I stay. I was very philosophical about it. I was ready to go along. But then she said to her friends, so you go your way, and we're going. I was glad that she wanted to stay with me again. And we came to some BTS, I forgot the name, and Safantaksen BTS, and we started just to walk, and maybe I online on Agoda I booked some hotel, or maybe we walked and knocked maybe, and in some place they already was sleeping, but they opened the door and let us take a small room upstairs. Yeah. And we were drunk, and we again had fun. At morning she said, I have a period, and she sent me to 7-Eleven to shop to buy for her pants. And I was like, this moment I was, should I trust her my things, my money, all my money, my documents were in the bag. And I said, okay, let me take a risk. And actually when I came back, she was in the room and nothing bad happened, so I could trust her. And again, couple of days we had again together. So after the room we found was not good, so we walked around after that and we found another room, very good room, but a bit more expensive. It was 700 baht. And after that we went to Khao San Road at the evening. We drank beer, a little bit, not much. We just had very nice time, and then we came back by taxi. I put my head on her knees. So shortly speaking, after 2 days, I bought a ticket. Maybe just one day, 2 more days. I bought ticket to Russia, and I remember we walked together morning, holding hands. We cried. We cried. And when door shut, it was last time I saw her. But before, one evening we went to Lumpini Park. We had a boating. We had a boating. I rowed the boat. And then we went to Chinatown. We had a soup there. We Salai Deng, there was some celebration. We watched street performance of Muay Thai fighters. So I went to Russia. I came to Russia and I was in touch with her. I bought a SIM card. I spent 1 month. We were in touch constantly, video calls. And she said, just imagine 1 month without each other. And it was December. It was December. You know, December in Russia, cold, snow, and only warm thing was for me, Annie. And yeah. So I needed to buy a ticket. My passport was ready after 1 month. And my mom and sister stayed in India, Mumbai. And my sister couldn't afford living there. She barely could meet ends. Yeah. And I had around $3,000 or $4,000 with me. The only budget we had. And I came to India. I went to India. And you know, I lived in India before that. How many years? Like 8 years. I learned Hindi. I used to work in Bollywood as an actor. And I had a choice to go to any or to go to help to my family. So I came to Mumbai, and my sister helped me to find like I was a tour guide. All movie agents forgot me, and nobody wanted to give me a job. So, but still, we were in touch with Annie. And then in March 2021 happened COVID. Everywhere locked down. India locked down. All flights are cancelled. You know, Annie wanted to come to me, and I say I buy for you air ticket, and even I bought for her air ticket. So everything cancelled. I don't know, maybe the whole world, whole universe didn't want me to be with her. Yeah? Or maybe it was just the conclusion of my choice. So we continued speaking, phone calling, sex chatting. She wanted me, she talked me into marrying her. And finally I started to think, yeah, why not? But the idea of going to Thailand that time was absolutely impossible. We talk, and then our relationship became worse and worse after some time, because she said, so finally she even started to be rude. We started to had arguments, and actually she told me she wants to get married, but I need to pay for as a traditional sinsod. I said, no, I'm not going to pay. And she said, okay, let's us both pay to my parents. You pay 55,000 baht, I pay 55,000 baht, as if you paid. I said, no, even not one coin. Yeah. So you said you don't respect my culture. So 1.5 years we spoke. We continued keep in touch, but in the end she became toxic. And but at one point I became crazy. I started to feel pain, physical pain. At morning I would wake up and feel pain. All my stomach would like somebody squeezing it. I would open her. She had a YouTube. She still has a YouTube. And I saw her, and I would feel much worse. I would go and puke to the bathroom. and I started to notice she's getting another man. She got another man. Yeah, but I believe that we spoke 1.5 years, and what we had that time in Thailand, it couldn't happen just like this. I believe it couldn't happen. It should be strong feeling. I couldn't believe. I whatever she said, I wanted her to get her back, and I was crazy. I had here the target. I need money to go there. Still, there were limitations to go to Thailand, so I had to stay in quarantine in a hotel, and I booked that expensive hotel for 10 days. I bought the ticket. She didn't speak to me. I messaged her in Instagram, in Line, in Messenger. She didn't answer. It was the one of the most horrible time in my life. All I wanted in my life that time is to go there and to try to get her back. I was naive. I was not experienced. Emotionally not strong. Even I'm not strong. Emotionally I wasn't mature. I wasn't experienced with many relationships with quality girls, with beautiful girls. Still, I had a flight. I went to Thailand. I had 9 days of quarantine, but actually the administration was like at evening I would go and walk around Bangkok. I posted pictures in Instagram hoping that she would see that I came. I said true, I promised and I fulfilled my promise. But probably I mean she had another one. She didn't react on this. I knew she knew it. And next I headed to Hua Hin, where she supposed to live. She stayed in Hua Hin. I went to Hua Hin. I rented a room, hoping at least I meet her on the street somewhere, on the beach. Hua Hin is not big much. Not small, but not big much. I knew it. The beach, I would walk, and I started to end. The first day I came to the beach, and I see Annie. I recognize her shirts, her legs, her hair. She was with some Thai boy. But when I approached a little bit closer, it wasn't her. It was another girl. But it was for me like I understood it. It's like it is sign for me. I took a bite. I walked along the beach, looking at each face, looking for her. Few days I would take a bike. I rented a bike, and I would drive around. I found all her places where she posted video from. And my heart was hurting, in pain. My soul was in pain. I was looking at the red roof. She lived in some house with red roof. But actually I realized that many houses had red clay roof. I climbed one mountain. There is one mountain. I climbed it and looked around, looking where she would probably live. I tried my best. No, I didn't meet her. And I thought to myself, it should be the end of my journey in search of her. So I went back to Chumpon. You know why? To enjoy the past, enjoy the memories. I rented a room, and then I stayed several months, till March maybe. So I came in December. I celebrated New Year with friends in Chumpon, and all the time I spent in Chumpon. Once I went to Koh Phangan and Samui. And I was still crazy. Still I hope to find her. And then in a comment section I posted this much message. I translated to Thai, told it I love her and she doesn't speak to me. If somebody can help me. And suddenly she replied to me in private. We talked one day, and we talked even one day. The dream came true almost, but the next day she changed again. She didn't want to meet me. She said, we can meet when we grow. I lost my YouTube that time already. First demonetization due to war. Then I got 3 strikes. I started to eat my money. Plus I have had to send the half of what I get to my sister and mom. And then I had to apply for Indian visa to go back, but I was rejected. And then I asked my friend, and he helped me through some agent to find teacher job in Bangkok. And I worked in Bangkok 1 year, trying to save money, to be more financially wise. But no, all money finished, and again. Then I went to Laos, from Laos to Vietnam, because in Laos, why I went to Laos? Because I wanted to apply for Indian visa, go back to India and work in Bollywood again. But in Laos they stopped giving visas for foreigners to go to India. Then I heard about Vietnam, Hanoi. Then I went to Hanoi. In Hanoi I went to visa consulate of Indian embassy. The woman, she is smart, important, very VIP. So she interrogated me. I had an interview. She even found out that I worked. I used to be an actor, and but still I got 3 months visa. And before one day to my birthday, I landed in Mumbai, hoping to work again in a Bollywood. That's my story. My stupid little story.